We can now cross over to the University of Ghana campus, where the Forest Commission is holding a national event to kickstart the planting of 10 million trees under this year's Green Ghana Day commemoration.
Activities on the environment. As the years go by, it has become evident that our country is not only losing its forest vegetation at an alarming rate, but actively also contributing to global warming and climate change. This loss is also adversely affecting our quality of life, our agricultural production, and disrupting our livelihoods by making us more prone to natural disasters. Should we then as a nation sit back and lose our fertile forest and land reserves, what explanation will we offer to future generations for the color green, which is boldly represented on our national flag? Fortunately, this Green Ghana Day initiative, which was introduced by His Excellency the President in 2021, has set the tone for us to make consistent efforts to plant tree seedlings as we work to salvage what is left of our evergreen forests. This aggressive afforestation and reforestation drive also helps us as Ghanaians contribute meaningfully to global reforestation efforts and ecosystem damage repair initiatives. While we work together to plant trees to mitigate the effects of climate change on our environment and well-being, it is imperative that every one of us sensitizes our children, families, communities, employees, and constituents on issues such as these. This will help create awareness as we also impart knowledge which will deter others from further destroying our environment and guard against activities that adversely affect our environment and terrestrial habitats. At this juncture, I would like to applaud His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for this remarkable initiative, which has seen the participation of public and private institutions, communities, and individuals here in Ghana. Today, it is expected that a total of 10 million tree seedlings will be planted nationwide. I'd also like to applaud the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for the honor to host such an important national event, while I commend the Forestry Commission for their continued support to this project since its inception in 2021. Once again, I would like to welcome you all to the University of Ghana's Hill of Learning and Knowledge. I trust that you will enjoy the ceremony and the ambience. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana. I want to acknowledge all Pro-Vice Chancellors, the Registrar who is here with us in the person of Mrs. Emilia Ejay Mensah. We also have Provosts, Deans, Directors, Heads of Departments, Members of Convocation, staff, and students. I would also like to briefly acknowledge the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon, the Honorable Lydia Seyiram Al-Hassan. We also have the Municipal Chief Executive who is here with us, Sandra Ahinkra. Good to have you here. The Member of Parliament for Seshiyosu and the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Kweku Efrie, is with us as well. And at this point, it gives me great pleasure to bring on the next speaker. We'd like to invite to share his insights and perspectives on this commemorative event, the MP for Damango and the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. So let's welcome the Honorable Samuel Abujinapo.
Mr. President, Greater Accra Regional Minister, Minister for Environment, Science, Innovation, and Technology, Vice Chancellor and Principal Officers of the University of Ghana, excuse me, Chairman and members of the Forestry Commission Board, Member of Parliament of the Ayawaso West Wagon constituency, Nime, Name, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today we mark the 3rd edition of the Green Ghana Day, a day set aside by the President of the Republic to mobilize the entire nation to support government's aggressive afforestation and reforestation measures to restore our lost forest cover and contribute to the global fight against climate change. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources thanks the President for his leadership and guidance since the introduction of the Green Ghana project in 2021. It is through this leadership and the support of Ghanaians and other residents of Ghana that we have consistently exceeded our target since the commencement of the Green Ghana Day. And I'm confident that today, the Green Ghana Day will be another resounding success. Let me thank the Vice Chancellor and the University of Ghana for their hospitality. Mr. President, this year, we have chosen as our theme for the Green Ghana Day, quote, our forests, our health, end quote. This theme, which was inspired by the theme for this year's International Day of Forests, observed each year on March 21st, underscores the importance of forests
So you saw the live event for marking Green Ghana Day. It's actually the 3rd edition, and government says it is going to plant 10 million trees today. We'll try and get you back as and when we get them. But that's what is happening today. It's Green Ghana Day. If you want to be part of the 10 million trees, government is encouraging you to be part of that event. Let's go back to the University of Ghana, where there's a Green Ghana Day event, and it is to plant some 10 million trees.
Tree, you water it and make it survive. You haven't done a thing. You are just talking, end quote. Re-echo in our minds, hearts, and inspire us to action. Our forests are indeed our health. If we put our collective efforts together, we can deliver a safe, healthy, cooler, and greener Ghana. Therefore, wherever you may find yourself today, kindly take a moment out of your schedule and plant a tree in support of this noble undertaking. Green Ghana, our forests, our health. Green Ghana, let's go planting. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. And would like to just say that the Green Ghana project, Let's Go Planting, is made possible by partnership amongst the following organizations: Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the Forestry Commission, the National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program for Illegal Mining, NIELP, Minerals Commission Ghana, the Ghana Forest Investment Program, and the Forest Plantation Development Fund. Just enough time to acknowledge a couple more people who are here, and we're happy to have you here. Pro Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs, Professor Gordon Awandari. It's good to have you here. We also are pleased for the sponsorship of the following organizations: the Chamber of Mines, GOIL, Bank of Ghana, GCB Bank, UMB, FBN Bank, Access Bank, National Petroleum Authority, MTN. We have a couple more: Provident Insurance, Trade Winds Investments, Volta River Authority, Energy Commission, Safe Bond Africa Limited, Frims Oil, MTK Surveys and Engineering, and finally, last but not least, Japan Motors and Natawo Properties and Investments. We also would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Kweku Asirifi, as well as Alhaji Al-Hassan Yakubu, Dr. Louise Carol Sewa Donko, who is a national coordinator for the NIELP. Thank you so much. Let's have a brief musical interlude from Atituru Cultural Troupe. so much. What energy from the True Culture True. We thank you. Beautiful. Please appreciate them. And they've brought us to the moment we've been waiting for. I'm honored to introduce our keynote speaker, His Excellency, the President of the Republic. Let's rise to welcome His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Clergy, Christian and Muslim, Greater Accra Regional Minister and Member of Parliament for Ayawaso Central, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and Member of Parliament for Damango, Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation and Member of Parliament for Sefirioso, the Deputy Minister for Education and Member of Parliament for Asin South, Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon, and Deputy Majority Chief Whip, the Municipal Chief
Well, it's a Green Ghana Day. It's happening at the University of Ghana. Government says it seeks to plant some 10 million trees. We'll take you back there as and when we get the feed. But right now, the minority in Parliament say government must ensure that the Green Ghana Day event do not become an avenue to enrich a few. According to Deputy Ranking Member on Lands and Forestry Committee, Alhassan Sweeney, such programs in the past have been used to siphon money from the state. He was speaking in Parliament as Ghana marks the 3rd edition of Green Ghana Day. I'll take you straight to the University of Ghana, where President Akufo-Addo is currently speaking.
Security and our future, and is the major obstacle to sustainable development. In addition to this, anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions continue to be the major driver of this crisis. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, for example, reports that human activities have emitted some 2.4 trillion tons of carbon dioxide since the pre-industrial era. And half of that amount remains in the atmosphere till this very day. This means that we have already exceeded the safe level of carbon dioxide concentration that will limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, the target set by the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. The United Nations Environmental Program, UNEP, also estimates that global greenhouse gas emissions need to fall by 7.6% annually between 2020 and 2030 to limit the warming of our atmosphere to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The consequences of this are already being felt across the globe. According to the World Meteorological Organization, the year 2020 was one of the 3 warmest years on record since we began measuring meaningfully temperature on our planet. And the World Bank projects that at this current rate, to reaffirm our commitment to saving planet Earth and protecting our livelihoods. The theme for this year, our forests, our health, is a clarion call for the need to preserve our forests for our own survival. We must do this with a sense of urgency and renewed purpose, noting that success depends on our collective action. This is a duty we owe not only to current generations, but also to generations yet unborn. We must do it with a spirit of nationalism, solidarity, and most importantly, love for ourselves, our country, and our planet. I commend the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for instituting the One Student, One Tree initiative alongside this Green Ghana project. Through this, we can inculcate the culture of tree planting in our youth and hopefully jettison the culture of impunity that leads to the destruction of our forests. I encourage all students across the country to participate fully in this national exercise and contribute their share to the fight against climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, my government remains fully committed to protecting our environment and our people and contributing to global efforts to halt climate change. Government will therefore continue to explore all avenues to enhance our forest cover through afforestation and reforestation programs and protect our natural resources through community-based management and conservation initiatives. Today, your contribution is to step out, take a seedling, plant it, and make sure it grows. I encourage each and every one of you, my fellow Ghanaians, and indeed, all persons living in Ghana, young and old, men and women, urban and rural, to join me on this historic day in this national tree planting exercise. We're planting for ourselves, our children, our country, and our planet. Together, let us go planting 10 million trees and nurture them to maturity. May God bless us all in our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. And I thank you for your attention.
Many thanks. Our keynote speaker, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for your address. We are gradually coming to the end of our commemorative event. We'd like to thank the following broadcasters for covering this event live: GTV, JoyNews, Adum TV, and we were live on the Facebook page of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. As we near the end of this remarkable event, I'd like to express our gratitude to all of you who have made this gathering possible. And to deliver the vote of thanks, it's my pleasure to bring onto the stage the Chief Executive of the Forestry Commission. Let's welcome Mr. John Alote.
Mr. President, for the past few days, we've been experiencing a lot of rains across the country, which has created a conducive environment for planting. We thank God for this. And surprisingly, we are having a bright and sunny weather this morning to make sure this program happens under a very good environment. Mr. President, we want to thank you especially for this initiative and your leadership, and for making sure that you are part of the Green Ghana Planting Day each time. The first one you planted at the Jubilee House. The second edition you planted at the Efwasudaland Park. And today you are here to plant at the University of Ghana. We thank you so much. Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, we are very grateful. And we thank you for your leadership role. And we also appreciate you putting together a planning team chaired by Honorable Benito Owusu-Bio, to put together all the plans and activities that are required to make sure that we have a very successful Green Ghana Day. Minister for Environment, Greater Accra Regional Minister, we are very grateful for your presence here. Vice President of the University of Ghana, Madam, we are very grateful for your presence. The environment here, very, very nice. And we have been here on a couple of occasions to inspect the Green Ghana seedlings that were planted in the previous 2 editions. and they are doing very, very well. We thank you, your faculties and students. We are very grateful for your support. MP for Ayawaso, West Wugon, and other municipal chief executives here, we thank you so much, and we are grateful for your presence. Chiefs and then heads of religious organizations, your presence here makes it very colorful, and then we are also blessed with your presence. School children, the media, our sponsors in particular, we salute all of you. What we are asking is that all of you, after the present plans, you also go out and plant in your communities. And then the people who have gone out already to plant this morning, we are very thankful, and we hope that all Ghanaians will get out this morning and continue to plant throughout the day. The 10 million target, we are sure we'll be able to exceed this target with your support. We thank all and sundry, all the people gathered here. The most important thing is that you get out to the field and plant, and also nurture the seedlings we planted in the 2021 and the 2022 editions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alote, for the vote of thanks. Before we conclude this event, we would like to call on the next person to give us a closing prayer, expressing our gratitude and seeking blessings for the future. Let's bring on to the stage the Imam at the Legon Central Mosque, Imam Abubakari Baba.